An important first step of cabinet installation is locating the high point on the floor, and Jay's done that for us, and from there the next step is finding the various level lines on the wall. Jay, what level lines are we looking for?
Mark, we're going to start by locating the 54-inch mark, and this represents the bottom of our wall cabinets.
So each cabinet will line up with this line and then travel upwards.
Yep, the key here is locating the 54 inches to start with our diagonal corner, and we'll work our way out from there to making sure everything is level.
Okay. Now what we're doing with this wall, we'd have to do with each and every wall. Is that correct, Jay?
That is correct. From there, we're going to go down to our base cabinets and mark 35 inches, which is the top of our base cabinets.
And we would just make those marks on the wall and connect them the same way we just did with the last one.
The key is to mark the starting point for the corner and work our way out, just like the wall cabinets.
Perfect. Now that cabinet installation is about to begin, there are a few important steps that Jay and I are about to take. Number one, we're donning our safety wear. But number two, prior to the cabinet going up, we are going to take that door away from the cabinet in order to lighten it up. What Jay did previously for us was he marked the level lines on the wall, the first one being at 54 inches, and that's where we're going to install it. Now what Jay has done for us is he has located the stud locations in the wall, and he's pre-drilled the cabinet and even put the screws in place for us. Now what screws are you using here, Jay?
2.5-inch screws are the preferred. Gives the most stability and will grab the most in your drywall or whatever you are supporting it to.
And then you also recommend using a cup washer just to give it a better finished look and also increase the holding space, is that right?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, well I guess what we'll do is we'll set this inside because this is a heavy cabinet. We'll lift it up onto the wall and get it to our level line. The other thing with the corner cabinet that we need to do though is as we put the screws into the wall is not torque that screw all the way in. We want to make sure that there is some flexibility in play in this cabinet, that as we continue our run of wall cabinets, that we're able to deal with any walls being out of square. Wall cabinets when going in may require shims because our walls may not be flat, the walls may not be square, and we've got to make sure that we have a nice, beautiful, continuous run of wall cabinetry at all times. Additionally, this is a much larger cabinet than is traditionally used. Jay, what can you tell us about the size of this cabinet?
Yeah, Mark, this cabinet is 42 inches high, and front to back is 27 inches, and then our depth on the side will be 15 inches.
So that means with a cabinet this big, we do have to have cabinets installed on either side to give it additional stability. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So we are going to be adding cabinets on both runs of the walls. And then additionally, in order to do that, we're going to be required to add to this end panels. How would we go about installing the end panel, Jay?
Well, to apply the end panel, Mark, what we're going to do is with a coarse material, a knife, sandpaper of such, we're going to rough up the side panel and then take a contact cement or liquid nails, some kind of contact, and apply the panel right to the side panel of the cabinet. The reason we apply this panel to the side of our cabinet is with the installation of the adjoining cabinet, we don't want it to tuck behind the face frame. Applying this, we won't lose that 1/4 inch reveal when we have a flush installation.
Jay is bringing in our next wall cabinet. This will be a 24-inch wide by 36-inch tall wall cabinet, and it will be butting up directly against the panel that he's already installed for us. As with the previous cabinet, we're going to need to pre-drill it. We're going to need to make sure that we install it directly to the studs in the wall. And then last but not least, we have to take into consideration the next item that's going in, which is going to be a range hood. That means that we're going to have to install a panel on the end of this cabinet as well. So what Jay has done for us now is he's put the screws into the wall cabinet and affixed the wall cabinet directly to the wall. What he's just completed for us as well, though, is the installation of cabinet to cabinet. What we find to be very important here for cabinet to cabinet installation is that we attach a screw at the top of the cabinet, one in the middle, and one at the bottom, just to make sure that the cabinets are pulled nice and tight together. Additionally, we want to make sure that we're hitting the studs in the wall as we're attaching the cabinet to the wall. And again, the benefit here is with our solid back panel, we're able to put those screws at any height we want within the cabinet itself. In preparation for the range hood, what Jay's done for us is measured the distance required for the range hood between each of these two cabinets, which in this case was 30 inches, Jay?
Yes.
So what we've done is he's installed the skin here and a skin to the side of this particular cabinet. The primary reason being the range hood itself is not quite as tall as these two cabinets. So we want to have a nice finished look between the two of them. So this range hood that we're about to put in will cover 30 inches of wall space. This cabinet's been installed to the studs in the wall. We've pre-drilled it, and we've pre-drilled the face frame of this cabinet as well, so that we're all set that when the range hood comes up, it can be installed between these two items. But it's very important that we get that measurement exact. Now we've got the range hood installed into place. With each and every range hood that we provide, you do also get a liner kit to put inside of it. The liner kit is metal, it's epoxy coated. It comes with the screws to do the installation of it. The only other requirement is the blower kit that you might put inside of it. So we've completed the one run of cabinetry. We've started to extend this run out, and we're about to place our last wall cabinet on this particular wall. The item we're putting in is a wall cabinet 36 inches wide by 36 inches tall and 15 inches deep. Now that's pretty extraordinary when you consider most manufacturers at a semi-custom and custom level would charge you a modification price in order to get that additional 3 inches of cabinet depth. With Aristokraft, 15-inch deep cabinets are also another standard type of cabinetry that we have available. Now the added benefit of cabinets that are 15 inches deep is for consumers with larger size platters, certainly you're not going to have to be concerned about them fitting inside a cabinet like this one. From an installation standpoint here, we've added skins to the sides of the cabinets in order to flush them out, thereby allowing us to keep our proper run of wall cabinets. So we'll take this cabinet, place it up on the wall, install it to the wall, and install it to this adjacent cabinet and complete our run. So Jay's now finished installing our wall cabinet, and basically this completes the run of walls. The next step that we have to take is installing the base cabinets. Once again, like the walls, working our way from the corner outward.